told you we come. You thought we was joking. And guess what? We keep receipts. God bless you, America.
I'm thankful for the opportunity first. I'm thankful for being able to look in all those and every player that was out there participating eyes and like tell them like this new, this a family. You got to be able to go to war with each and every guy and understand like we're not playing for ourselves here, we playing for each other. When you out there on the field, it just is different. Like you understand, ball's ball. The ball never been a problem for me. It's whatever optics or whatever everybody makes up after outside the game. But in the game, y'all kind of know who I am.
This debut did not shock the people who were ready. It only shocked the people who were not watching the work. Deion Sanders said it with a calm edge. He said, "I told you this would happen. I do not know what in life made you think it would not happen. So where is the surprise? Next week, keep this second nature." That energy set the tone. Before we dive in, tap like and subscribe and hit the bell. Your support keeps this momentum going, and it helps more fans see what Shedeur is building right now. Shedeur Sanders made history, and the building felt electric. Fans felt it. Analysts felt it. The sideline felt it. Even Shedeur felt it. And yet he never looked overwhelmed. He looked locked in. He looked like a player who belonged in that moment.
Of a challenge for you since Shedeur won't be the quarterback?
Emotionally.
I'm going
to tell you something. This is a great question. I thank you for it. One of my kids, I'm not going to say who it was, came to me the other day. He said, "Coach Fryne, let me turn this out. Turn it off." He said, that walk you did with Shedeur, Shiloh? He said, we still going to walk, right? I said, "Boy, you trying to make me cry, man." Boy.
The reaction that cut through the noise was not a scream, it was a question. Deion Sanders Jr. said, "Why are you all so surprised?" That one line carried years of belief. It carried weight from early mornings and late nights. It carried the habit of never letting the height make him comfortable. In his eyes, this moment was not a twist, it was the next step. Watch the body language, watch the face between snaps. No showboating, no wild celebration, no chest thumping. At the quarter break, when the camera found him, he said, "I am warmed up, that is it." No drama, no nerves, just a plan and the poise to run it. That calm felt familiar to people who followed his journey. Ocho Cinco jumped in and said it plain. If you watch the film, what did you expect him to look like? He looked the same as he looked at Colorado. He looked the same as he looked at Jackson State. Calm under pressure, in the pocket, going through progressions, making the right throws. This was not an overnight switch. This was a continuation. Ocho did not stop at praise. He called out the next take before it landed. He said the haters will move the goalposts. They will say he did it against the Panthers' second team. They will forget that Shedeur was not playing with all his starters either. He was working with the 2s and the 3s and some 4s who are fighting to make the roster. He still delivered. He still controlled the game. He still looked like the most composed player on the field. He added one more detail that matters. David Njoku was on the field, and that changes the math. A tight end like that bends coverages. It gives a young quarterback a trusted target. It opens space, and it lifts confidence across the huddle. Now imagine the same command when the full set of starters is around him. Imagine the timing with the main characters locked in. The job gets a little easier because the talent around you rises. What do you think happens then? Then Skip Bayless took the baton and turned up the volume. He said Shedeur Sanders did not just make history, he shamed every team that passed on him. 143 chances came and went before pick 144 landed. He called out the Browns too. He said they took him in the 5th round because the owner wanted shock value publicity. He said the draft drama felt like a loud distraction. He said it was meant to drag down Shedeur and his father. That kind of talk lives loud in studio rooms. It also lives loud in barbershops and group chats. Skip said Shedeur took all of that and used it as fuel. He walked on the field with discipline and belief and turned noise into work. While the talk shows argued, the head coach kept it measured. Kevin Stefanski could not hide his grin in real time. After the game, he gave credit to the group. He said Shedeur led the operation. He said the offense made plays. He said it was not perfect and there is plenty to clean up. He said there is a ton to teach from this tape. That was not hype. That was a coach who saw command and also saw room to grow. Even with that praise, he did not name Shedeur the undisputed starter. That pause raised eyebrows. Some people will say it is roster politics. Some will say it is development protocol. Others will say it is the quiet power game that lives inside this league. They will say the wall is made of politics. They will say the wall is made of race and old rules. Here is the truth that nights like this keep proving. You cannot hold back a player who delivers again and again. Not forever, not when the tape keeps shouting the same message. A new era always arrives when the play forces it. Through every camera flash, Shedeur stayed steady. He did not feed the circus. He did not make the story bigger than the scoreboard. In the postgame, he talked about the part of this job that matters most. He said the fourth thing about being a quarterback is leading your team. He pointed to the scoreboard. He said they did that pretty good. He talked about consistency. He talked about bouncing back when things are not going your way. He said you have to stay level-headed because there will be ups and downs. There will be pros and cons. That is the game. Then Emmanuel Acho pulled up the tape and broke it down. He pointed at a key snap. 3rd and 9. The defense shows 5-man pressure, man-to-man across the board. In man coverage, defenders turn their backs. That means no one is watching the quarterback. Shedeur identified it. He saw there was no contain. He escaped. He picked up the first down with his legs. He slid and lived for the next play. That is awareness. That is poise. That is control. Acho made a larger point too. This is not just a passer. This is a complete quarterback. He can beat you with timing and ball placement. He can punish you with his legs when you sell out in man. He can beat you with his eyes when he gets safeties to cheat. He can beat you with his mind when he walks to the line and changes a call based on leverage and numbers. That is why the buzz is getting louder. That is why defenses will have long nights. Let us bring the voices back together. Deion Sanders Jr. asked the right question.
Why are you surprised?
Ocho said this is the same player from Colorado and Jackson State. He said the critics will try to shrink the moment with context games. He said the context cuts both ways, because Shedeur did not have his full starting cast. Skip Bayless said 143 teams missed a chance. He said the pick was about more than ball. He said it was about marketing and noise. Shedeur took that noise and turned it into fuel. He made the field the answer. Kevin Stefanski gave the professional nod. He said leadership showed. He said operation looked clean. He said there is a lot to coach, and that is a good thing. After a debut like this, he stopped short of naming a starter, and that felt safe. It also felt like a challenge to stack days. Earn it again, then earn it again. The undercurrent is real. This league has traffic that does not always move on talent alone. There are politics. There is image. There are old ideas about who gets the keys and when. That pressure is not new to this family. The cameras have been on this father and son for a long time. The spotlight brings critics. It brings fans. It brings people who want the story to go one way or the other. Nights like this push through that fog. Put on the tape. See the reads. See the command. See the calm. That is what lasts. The thing that stands out most is not a single throw. It is the rhythm. The ball came out on time. The drops were clean. The pocket movement was quiet and efficient. He did not drift into trouble. He climbed when he needed to. He slid when he needed to. He kept his eyes downfield. He took the run when the numbers told him to. He played within the moment and never forced the chase. You can also feel the huddle effect. That presence is hard to teach. It is a mix of voice and eyes and breath. It is how you call a play. It is how you reset after a negative snap. It is how you walk to the line when the clock is tight. It is how you signal confidence without a speech. Leaders do that. Young or old. Draft slot does not decide it. Pay grade does not decide it. The tape decides it. Critics will work to find the cracks. They will talk about preseason tempo. They will talk about who was on the field for the other side. They will talk about sample size. Ocho already saw that coming. He flipped the same lens on the support cast around Shedeur. He said imagine the ceiling when the full starting unit is on the grass together. Timing with top receivers. Full protection calls with the starting line. Run game threats that set up play action windows. The picture gets clearer and the job gets cleaner. That is how young quarterbacks grow fast. Skip's framing hit a nerve because it speaks to a bigger pattern. The league can get hypnotized by prototypes. It can miss quarterbacks who win with poise and precision and grit. It can talk itself into doubts when the cameras are loud. It can push a narrative that does not match the work. Nights like this force the reset.
Not with a quote, with a drive chart. Stefanski's reaction was the right balance for a room that wants to build the right way. Praise the poise,
Mark the mistakes. Keep the grind tight. Be happy, be hungry. That kind of balance keeps a locker room aligned. It tells the veteran center that details matter. It tells the rookie that every rep is an audition. It tells the building that the standard is the standard. Shedeur's own words filled in the why. Lead the team. Win the scoreboard. Stay consistent. Bounce back when the flow breaks. Stay level-headed. That is quarterback DNA. That is what coaches trust in 2 minutes. That is what teammates believe when a game gets muddy. Acho's breakdown put the skills in simple terms. Identify coverage. Know the pressure. Know the escape. Protect yourself. Move the sticks. It sounds simple. It is not. Many rookies freeze in that spot. Many hold the ball. Many take a hit. Many fire a panic throw. He chose the smart play. He made it look routine. So what did we really learn? We learned that belief in this camp is not fake. Deion Sanders Jr. was not playing to the crowd. He lives inside this grind and he expected this. Ocho has seen this game at a high level. He watched the tape and he saw the same guy. Skip plays the debate game, and even he saw a truth he could not spin away. The truth is that this young quarterback walked into his first NFL moment and looked ready. Is he a finished product? No. No rookie is. Are there tougher defenses ahead? Yes. Will they throw new looks at him? Yes. Will they test his patience? Yes. That is the job. The answer is not to crown a star off one night. The answer is to mark the traits that translate. Calm, command, processing, ball placement, pocket movement, functional mobility, leadership. Those showed up. There is also a human piece in this story that people feel. The spotlight can be heavy. The name can be heavy. Expectations can be heavy. He did not flinch. He did not become the moment. He made the moment part of his routine. He proved that a hype or hate does not change how he prepares. That is how real careers start. Now, look ahead. The league will adjust. The coaches will load blitzes and disguise coverage. They will make him prove it again. He will need to stack weeks. He will need to be the same guy on the road. He will need to keep his body right. He will need to learn from each mistake without shrinking his confidence. That is the path. It is not easy. It is built one series at a time. The storyline from last night matters because of what it says about trajectory. The people closest to him were not surprised. The coach saw leadership and a clear plan to improve. The analyst saw complete quarterback trait. So here we are, a debut that felt less like a flash and more like a foundation. A question from Deion Sanders Jr. that echoed in every reply. Why are you surprised? A defense from Ocho that put the context in its proper place. A challenge from Skip that amplified the stakes. A measured nod from Kevin Stefanski that told the room to stay locked in. A breakdown from Emmanuel Acho that showed how the little things win big downs. Shedeur Sanders is not just trying to prove people wrong. He is trying to set a new standard for how a young quarterback carries himself and leads. Calm on the sideline. Laser focus at the snap. Humble in the press room. That is a profile teams dream about. That is why this night matters. Was this the start of a legendary run or one great game in a long season? Do you agree with Deion Jr. and Ocho and Skip that this success was always coming? Or do you need to see more before you call him the future of the league? Do you think politics and pressure will try to slow him down? Or has he already broken through that wall? Drop your thoughts in the comments and tell us where you stand on Shedeur Sanders and his rise. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like and subscribe so you do not miss the next video.